need more, you know what I'm saying? We need more women, mothers, fathers. We need more of that. We don't need any more entertainers.
All right, what up? Chillin, we chillin.
You know it.
Great chillin at Studio 17. I'm Lamar, aka Lamarty Mar, and I'm joined by an original Leaders Lounge legend, Ace.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What it is,
What's
baby?
good with you, bro? It's been a minute. We're gonna talk a lot of things, man. Checking about your kids, you know, in the community you built. That last episode, you talked a lot about your impact, challenge to change, Uncle T. You know, I vividly remember that.
Yeah.
It was a very eye-opening experience.
Right.
She just brought a new album. You just came up with a new album. You just dropped a new album, right?
Yeah.
Rare. We're gonna get into that. But before that, man, our last episode was 2 years ago, right? And it's crazy to think that.
Yes.
2 years ago.
2 years. 2 years.
My son was 2 years younger. Everybody was just younger.
Right.
2 years younger.
Right.
And I heard that Calm Pop intro, right? And they talk about, hey, we need more thinkers, more scientists, more doctors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Tell me, man, how have you grown since then?
Well, I've just been pretty much, man, trying to be consistent. Since the last time we spoke, man. So I've started. That was right around the time when I was starting my own program. I hadn't really even got it up and running yet, but now I have my own youth and community program.
Wow!
And now that's up and running a lot more than it was back then. So that's a major change since then. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really excited about that because I'm able to touch a lot of families, a lot of kids in the community, you know what I mean? And everything don't gotta be broadcast. I'm just out there doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's major. That's something that I've really been working on since the last time we spoke. And obviously the album, definitely, which is another part of my life that I was able to engage in and let go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's amazing. So it's funny, I listened to the whole episode last time and you go by Ace. Where does that name originate from?
Man, it's nothing deep to it. It's just Ace. You know what I'm saying? I know I heard it a few times on like a movie that I used to really, really, really love, which was Casino. Right. And it was just something that I really thought about. Ain't nothing deep behind it at all. It's just ACE, Ace. You know what I'm saying? It's no big significance. And then, I just started saying that in a couple little raps that I was doing when I was younger. And people just started calling me that. You know,
are you a spades player?
Nah, I know I play. I ain't
cards
like
at all. Like the eight?
Yeah, no. I can. I'm just not. It's not something that I do like often.
I thought it came from that for some reason.
Really?
Like,
Nah. But I know, there's some significance in it.
But what was it about that movie? What was it called again?
Casino. I ain't gonna lie. I just like how Sam Ace Ross named Robert De Niro. I just like how he moved in the movie, man. And I was younger, you know. I'm saying I was way younger, and I just like Ace. I like that. They got a nice ring to it, straight to the point, just Ace. You know what I'm saying? So I just started calling myself that in a couple raps, and then it just kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of stuck. So no real significance to it.
You said Casino?
Casino
Casino is definitely
Casino.
You put me on the Casino for sure.
It's a class.
That's my number one mafia movie.
Yeah,
Derek Papa Bear Johnson in the back.
Third.
So how have you grown since Product was your first? So you came out, right? I want to talk more about your artist background, right? So you said that you watched the movie Casino, you became the rapper Ace, you started putting out great work, you had the Product, and now you got a new album called Rare. Tell me about that journey from when you got your name, you put out the Product, some of those music, and then to now.
Well, I've been rapping for a while, man. Like you say, the Product that came out in I think 2006. You know what I'm saying? That came out a long time ago, bro. I was thinking about redoing it and kind of posting it over that, but putting it on the platforms, streaming platforms. But I started rapping. Actually, I started rapping. Like I said, I was just rapping like little stuff. Like when I was in high school or middle school, I was always a poet as well. Like I love to write poetry too. So I started rapping, and but I was always like a laid back dude. You feel me? So I never really was like with rapping, especially if you're not like a trending topic, like you gotta kind of force yourself on people. And I never was into that. You know what I mean? When the Product came out, had CDs, and you had to get your CDs out to the, certain places. And I never really got into that. So, I never really embraced the rapping like I should have. Because I was always good at it, and I always put out good work, but I never really embraced it like I should have, I feel like. But yeah, so I started on the product, dipped and dabbed in that. Did another album called Minority Report, another album, I did a mixtape, DJ Jabril. Then I stopped rapping for a long time. It was like, I'm done with it. I don't really like, the whole everything that comes with it. I ain't like everything that came with it. You know what I'm saying? So
what came with it?
What came with it? Just the boastfulness, having to always kind of present yourself. I was more laid back. I was just ready trying to get to a couple dollars, and I was just more laid back. I ain't really want all of that. I ain't really want all that. I was never like a really boastful dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't like all the, everything else, all the, fanfare and pushing yourself on people. I wasn't really with all that. So, just time went, I stopped for a long time. I stopped. And then my kids, my kids are very, very, very important in my life. So my kids was like, you know what? We want to rap. We want to do a song. So I wrote a song for them. This is after like a long time I wasn't rapping. I wrote a song for them. I'm like, damn, I still got it. So I went and called my man Bill, like, yo, and that's really how it went down. I called my man Bill, the producer who produced 90% of the album. Like, yo, I want to jump back in. Well, no, I'm sorry. I did the song with the kids with Bill. I'm like, yo, I got to do something. Mom, I still got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I did an album I came back with called Serenade. I did a video for Black Love, and it was about police brutality in the city. You know what I mean? Because I like coming back, I wasn't just like jumping out there. I was just like, all right, so if I rap, I'm gonna rap about some good content. You know what I'm saying? So I did a song called Black Love. Jay Mayo from Morgan, she did the video for me. That was super dope. It was super dope. Y'all can YouTube that. So that's how I got back into rap. Serenade. Then I did another album, The Product 2.1. You know what I'm saying? That was really, really dope. I brought my son in with that. My son, after I did the song with my 3 kids, my youngest son was like, yo, he really liked it. So he was like, you know what? We're going to do it. You know what I mean? I want to jump on that. So I let him get on the album, The Product 2.1. And that's one of the reasons I call it 2.1. Yeah, man. And then now we here. Now we at Red. At one point I was just like, again, I was like, you know what, I'm done. But I hollered at, somebody, and I made a song for that movie almost. It was a song called Peace in These Streets. Yeah. And I had started developing a relationship with Uncle T. And I sang with, his movement and what he was about. And I kind of like jumped off and wrote a song about it, Peace in These Streets. I was like, you know what? So I wrote a song for the movement. It's called Peace in These Streets. And then after that, I was just like, you know what? I was like, all right, I got this. You know what I mean? Because I was ready to stop rapping again. Then I jumped up. Then the kid I worked with, it was like, let's do a song together. I did a song called Protect the Kids. Right. So those kind of came like kind of back to back for real. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of came like back to back for real. And after that, I started, to keep writing, started making a few more songs. Like, you know what, I'm gonna do this album. This album, Red, took 2 years. 2 years. I started recording Red in 2022.
So tell me a little bit more about the origins of Rare. So you've always had great titles, products, 2.1. You got your son coming on there. Minority Report.
Yeah. Serenade.
Serenade. What's the
so
story behind Rare?
Rare, like, so if you know me, I'm a man of like many different things. You know what I mean? I got a lot of different lanes and avenues that I engage in. And Rare is everybody's rare. I'll talk to you about this. Everybody's rare. God gave everybody their own individual fingerprint. Nobody on this earth has the same fingerprint. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody's rare, but, I'm just tapping into the rareness of myself. You know what I mean? That individuality. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tapping into that within this album. So it's like, all right, this nigga work with kids. He teach. I rap. You know what I'm saying? That's rare. That's something that you never really, you ain't going to see too much of that. You know what I mean? You ain't going to see too much of that. And he keeping it real. Like, it's not nothing phony. It's not nothing fake. It's not, no, it's just all real. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I come. That's how I come with my kids. That's how I come with the people I engage with. Just being myself. Every meeting I walk into first. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a nigga first. Yeah, I'm a nigga first. Every meeting I come into, I'm a nigga first.
Little breadcrumbs and shit. Let's see how you're gonna act out.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like
some flats around, some lemon pepper. Yeah, but no. Yeah, no,
that's real. You know, and I just come in, you know, as myself, man, and anything I do, and I think that's another thing that makes me unique. Ain't nothing fake about me. You know what I mean? So you know, it's just the rareness of me. You know what I'm saying? The rare, you know, doing everything that I do, still rapping, still teaching. I don't know how long I'm gonna be teaching, but you know what I mean, still teaching. Got my mentoring, got my programs that I got running. So you know, it's just that rareness I was trying to embrace.
I love that. Everybody is rare.
Yeah, everybody.
Because I was gonna ask you, like, what makes somebody rare? Like, because that's how it's rare to me. I just look at it as like it is, right? Rare. Like there's only a certain amount of things, limited quantity that is rare. But when you flip it the script that way, it enables everybody to be rare, in their own way. And sounds like you definitely got into it on that one.
And then you got to embrace it too. Don't be scared. Embrace that rareness. You know what I'm saying? Like embrace it 100%.
Rare form, bare form. What it means working with your brother, man, on this album.
That was dope. Derek, that album originally wasn't even, because I don't even think that's one of the older, like not older songs, but one of the songs that, you know, was created that's on the album. And I don't even think I had a vision of, I don't know if I was in the process of working on the album or not. But Derek came to me like, yo, I want to do a song, you know, for Bad Form and, you know, Man Food, you know, we're going to connect and we're going to make that happen. And that's how that song came about. And the song came out so phenomenal. That's when me and Derek talked about putting it on the album. And that's how I made the album, man. But it was a dope experience working with Derek. He always said he wanted to rap, man. He ain't do it yet, but, you know, that was pretty close. He was vocal on that song, man, and that's what's up.
Is there anyone else you want to work with? Not limited to family members, but anybody just in general that you can imagine? Because I think that's like the top of the food chart when it talks about your brother, but anybody else is in that same zip code?
I just like working with people. You know, I don't really have a specific, besides Nas, besides Nas, you know what I'm saying? And besides Nas, you know, I just like working with people. I like collaborating. I love collaborating. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, you know, like I said, like all of this talk about, you know, the albums and all that. At the end of the day, at this point, I consider myself an artist and not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself an artist, man. I put together good work. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I like to collaborate and expand on my art. Like the features on this album. I feel like I put everybody kind of in a good space. You know what I mean? Where they were comfortable at. It's nothing that they had to force themselves to do. I feel like everybody was in a good space where they were comfortable at and they performed, you know, well on the album.
Yeah, no, I liked what you said, that artist. Yeah. I like that as well, because an artist doesn't limit you to rapping. Singing.
I put good songs together.
You put songs together based on experiences.
Yeah.
Every artist has a creative process, right? What is yours?
It's changed a little bit. So the last part of Rare, I recorded, you know, me and my guy Bill, the producer, Banger Bill, we would come, I call him like, yo, I'm gonna come in tomorrow about 6 o'clock, boom. So I'll go in there, I have a vision in my head. I had something, because I'm like visionary, like I have a vision in my head. I go in there, I'll tell him like, look, I want to do something like this. He'll start creating a beat. By the time he was finished making the beat, I had the whole song done. Like I'm writing the instruments, like I'm writing till when he, you know what I mean, pull instruments out, put them in, like, so like throughout, and I love that process because everything was fresh. You know what I'm saying? I love that process. That's how we ended up making Rare, man. So I would go in, he would start creating the beat. I would write to it, and typically I'll have a vision in my head.
Yeah, I'm about to say, take me to the vision. Tell me about that.
Like
that process. Where do you have the vision? Like when is that
something that I think about? Just something that I just think about, just living through everyday life. Like Pac. I'll give you that example. Like I had that vision in my head already. Like I want to do a song called, you know, Pac. Like literally, it ain't just happened. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about that for months. You know what I'm saying? I went in there and like, look, just make me a beat. Sometimes I don't even tell him because I don't want him to get married to my vision. You know what I mean? I want him to create.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to, you know, I want him to create. So I don't tell him, just, yo, make me a beat like this. And he'll start writing it. And that's what happened with Compact. I don't even think I told him. You know what I'm saying? He just started making the beat, and I was just writing while he was making the beat.
I love that Compact because you have the narration by Tupac coming out, and then I think a lot of your bars and everything that you talk about after that is exactly that, right? You talk about needing more doctors, lawyers, scientists, and that's my mission. Like, I want to be able to elevate those individuals the same way we do entertainers, right? But you've achieved rare form with being able to do a little bit of everything in your artistry of like teaching, mentoring, those type of things. I was only bringing up that Compact intro too because I'm passionate about that, and I think about the bridge. Francis Scott Key Bridge that went down, right? Obviously, we're in hindsight, but they got to go back and look at the bridge. Has been up for 46 years. The specs were still good, like and all of these things, but they were fixing potholes on the road, and we know you go out here like that is a systemic issue. I want more the pothole worker, right? I want to see him, talk to him, like you know what I mean, like that. What is Compact? And that's me being Compact. Like I want to talk to the pothole worker when it don't matter, when it's not an accident, when it's not a funding. Like nah, when I'm driving and I see you fixing it, you actually doing something right. Let me holler at you real quick, bro. Come chill on Great Chillin real quick. Chop it up. Like how you feel about that?
I like how you
running on your own pothole company that do more engineering. Like just be that. Just you can still have fun, whatever you switching up, but be that. Like where does Compact resonate with you?
Well, Compact was more so, and I love, and everybody, and that's the good thing about art, man. Everybody can have their own perspective of it and just make it. You know what I mean? Like I made the song, and I just learned something from you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what art is, man. Compact for me, all right. I love Pac and Nas. They're my two favorite entertainers, artists, celebrities, rappers, whatever. Like Nas and Pac, cool. You know what I'm saying? But Pac is just somebody that everybody likes to portray. Pac is somebody, you know what I mean? But they always embrace and portray the wild side. Nobody ever kind of proclaims the calm Pac. The calm Pac was more powerful and more dangerous than the wild Pac. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he was a thinker. You know what I mean? The wild Pac was kind of like more more reactive. You know what I mean? He'll tell you, he would say that. You know what I'm saying? But that calm Pac is something that I wanted to embrace. Not saying that I am Pac or nothing like that. It's just telling, just expressing how much Pac meant to me. What I say, you sparked the brain that led to a teacher, led to a rapper, led to a trapper, led to an actor. You know what I'm saying? And I broke all of that down like I was speaking that to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then the rest of the song was more so speaking from his perspective if he had survived. You know what I'm saying? Like, we finally got that black president. You know what I'm saying? That's something that he spoke on previously, that world ain't ready for black president. So, I was just speaking on it as if, he had survived. You can hear some of the lines I say, we done with the Henny, it's just the killing cigars. You know what I'm saying? Just being creative with it. You know what I'm saying? So that song means a lot though. That song means a lot to me, and it can mean a lot to other people for certain reasons. And you touched on that, and I like it.
Yeah, I was always listening to Tupac when I felt the world was against me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes you gotta rise up and be a little different and a little crazy. Yeah. And that wild, but at the same time, the calm side has always been there.
Yeah, you gotta have, and we talked about that before. You gotta have that balance, yo. You gotta have that.
Have that balance.
You must have that balance.
Boundaries, character, man. I don't forget, like I said, I listen to that, man, and draw inspiration from you as well. Another song in there that resonated with me, bro, was Then What? I love it. I love it when other people be reading the lyrics. When you slow it down, it sounds funny, but it's still true. Yeah. So you go Big Blue, Freaks, Designers, Then What? Right? And I told you on the phone, like, I don't got no freaks. I really ain't got no blues, but I got a couple designers. Right. So I think to myself, then what? Yeah. You know what I mean? So as a creative project, like, cause Derek been to a couple stand-ups, right? That I've been doing comedy on. And I feel like I can do it. It's fun. Like I feel like I can do it.
Embrace
like
it.
I've been the finalist for a couple times at Magoobies. Like it's been cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I always like anything. I'm like, damn, what I got to do to get better at this, right? So my process is like I derive my creative. Like I'm listening to music like that, and then I told you that it's funny, but that's really not no joke. Right. Like I don't have no freaks. I'm married. Like I don't have no big blues. Like these are like my only jeans I really have.
That's real, yo.
But I got some Supreme shit. Like
it's
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? That song is about more so like embracing what the desires that make you happy. Like we're not about the world and people are not about materialistic things. Right? I mean, you shouldn't be. That's not what we are here for. You know what I mean? You got to embrace your inner self and your spirituality. You know what I mean? Or, your inner self. So at times, it's okay to embrace those materialistic things. And that's really what that song is about. All right, that's a moment where I wanted to reflect and just embrace those materialistic things that we love, those desires that we love, those things that we just have that we get pleasures out of. I wanted to embrace that. And that's what Then What is. But then and again, you say all those things because like, all right, then what? You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
That was
well, tell me the vision, the process for that, right? So you get start with a vision, you go in the studio, kind of make this. What was the vision on that? Where you experienced something in life that you felt like you've had enough for certain things, and then you like, damn, then what?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't have a vision for that. That was one of the ones that just came to me when he was making the beat. It just came. Okay. I hadn't plotted that one out. You know what I mean? That's what I felt when I felt that beat. I felt that beat was like cool, but it was like celebratory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like celebrating the desires, the materialistic desires that we have in life. Money, drinks, foreign cars, clothes, whatever you love, whatever you embrace, whatever you desires out of, then that's what you can celebrate. And that's what that song was about. Just celebrating those desires.
Because I took away you have all those desires. And the then what for me is like it's like not another material thing. You feel me? Like you get enough money, now you're the richest person in the world, right? And then what?
No, that's real. And I'm gonna thank that. So I had to add that in there. Like that's why I added that in there just for that. You know what I'm saying? So because that's what it's real. Like, all right, we are embracing these materialistic things, but then what? You know what I'm saying? So, it kind of had that. It was a celebratory song, but it had that balance.
Right.
That I like.
I feel like that song is like necessary in our society right now because that's all people chase is materialistic things.
Right.
And they think that once they get to these places or like enough followers, you know what I'm saying? Enough designer, but it's like, and then like it's so many millionaires that off themselves, and are depressed, or you know what I'm saying? Do crazy things,
right?
Because they obtain all of these materialistic things, but they don't that pureness in life. They don't have that, and that's why I love that. I play that. That's my top three. You know what I'm saying? One of my top songs on that album for sure.
That's my favorite.
Your favorite one.
That's my favorite.
I experienced that. Like I got to a certain point, I'm making a certain amount of money, and it was like, well,
a lot of
don't mean nothing. At the end of the day, you need family, and
I look at a lot of some celebrities, man, and some of the celebrities that caught that fame early on, they messed up in their head, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Bow Wow, or and forgive me if I'm wrong, but like I know he was battling some issues, it seemed like that he was having, and it's like he caught fame at a very young age. You know what I mean? So when you're getting all those materialistic things, you gotta really like still, be grounded. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to still be grounded. I noticed Lil Romeo. Lil Romeo was catching that stuff at a young age, but I feel like he had a strong enough background the way
Master
P.
Yeah.
Spiritual man, he's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like from what I see. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't let Lil Romeo kind of drift up. But some of the some celebrities, man, they catch all that fame and money early on. Like you said, man, it's just like they struggle with, they struggle with things, man. They struggle with it because that materialistic stuff ain't all about
that's dope, man. Because I can feel I I feel like you had some intentions with the album because like the next thing I had written down is the struggles we in.
Yeah.
And you just literally talking about the struggles, right? Like the struggles we in. And so I listen to this in the morning. Like I listen to your album in the morning when I'm most attentive, when I need it. I need it. Like I ain't even gonna lie, some music is really, really good. Yeah. But in the morning I need a little more up tempo. Yeah. But I think you do a great job with still keeping that energy in every tempo. Right. Like try, you know what I mean? The upbeat joint and even the slower joint is like it's all there. The struggles we in. One of the things I wrote was that you had rapped on was disregard the kid you made. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's one of the issues that we have in the Black community. You know what I mean? I don't that familiar with the white community, so I wouldn't know if they have the same issue, but I know one of the issues we have in the Black community is fatherless children. And that's why a lot of issues that we have that are outside of these kids that are misguided because they don't have fathers in the household. You know what I mean? If you really look at that, that's the reality of it. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm just speaking to, and I know, got their own reasons or whatever, but there's a lot of niggas out here that don't do for their kids. So I was speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you make a child but not care for a child? Right. One, how can you do that integrity-wise and character-wise? You know what I'm saying? Two, like, how can you do that knowing that it's going to mess up that child, it's going to mess up that home? And that's where a lot of the brokenness comes in the Black community. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I feel strongly about. That's something I feel very strongly about. Is that at one point, man, I wanted to be a family law lawyer, like something like that, because I really felt that passionate about it, like trying to help with these broken homes and trying to be a mediator between two, a mother and a father, because that's where it can stray. The father like, man, fuck this, all right, you know what I'm saying, like because nobody's there to mediate, you know what I mean, and I really wanted to,
yeah, they can really just get out there and what, but we laugh because it's like that is very real. Yeah. Like it's prominent. Yeah. And I feel that way sometimes. Yeah. Right?
I mean, that's real, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, a lot of I'm going to casino, man. Fuck all this shit. And that's real.
I ain't coming back either.
That's real.
Hey, y'all figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it take a man to sit down and be like, all right, I got a headache. All right, let me just breathe.
And I know people, and my fault. And I know people, that like that, and it may be offensive, but it's reality. Yeah. So, just me as a man, I feel like I should speak on that. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be there for these kids. We got to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, those kids go astray. We ain't have our father. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it'd be a lot different, if we did possibly. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I mean? But a lot of things may have been different and been able to be redirected with that father figure.
Understanding your background coming out without a father, up without a father, how does that shape your fatherhood now?
I don't think I really thought about it too much, bro. And maybe it's just something that just came natural. Yeah. But like, my kids always been with me like from day one, man. And that's just something that I really, really take pride in. But, I don't know if me not having a father, like I said, some things you do and you don't even think about. Like I may have been known that I didn't have a father. So I'm like, not going to do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going, mimic those same behaviors. Right. But, he passed when we were younger. It may have been developed into a better relationship as he as time progressed. But he passed when we were younger. So
I understand. Because for me, having a strong father presence, it shaped me because now I'm thinking like, I got to be that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then I know some close friends, that grew up without fathers, and now they like, I'm just going to be the best father. I'm going to be, like you said, I'm going to be around. I'm going to be right. I didn't have one, so I want to give them the experience of this. Yeah. Because I wish I had a dad to do this with, to coach, to play with. Yeah.
And that's what I got from it. Yeah. Growing up, it was like, damn, it was so much that I missed out on, and then hanging around y'all. Remember I told you that last week. Hanging around y'all and seeing like, damn, that's dope. Like, you got father to come to that football game, basketball games. Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be that for them because I knew I'd meet me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And then, but I still had him. I still had, you know what I'm saying, my prep, but it's still you know what I'm saying? It's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference.
Yeah,
It's a huge difference.
that's right.
It is, because we need, like we talked beforehand, and the same tactics that we grew up with, not always the same tactics is going to work.
Right.
You know,
Right.
parenting the kids in today's era.
Yeah.
So, what type of father are you? Like, are you? We talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
fun dad and trying to balance out.
I'm both. You know what I'm saying? I got to be that disciplinary. I think as the kids have gotten older, I'm more of a disciplinary because I don't want them to stray. You know what I'm saying? Like when they 4 and 5 and 3, you just having fun. That was just me, just a ball of fun. But now as they got older, they're teenagers, like I have to be more disciplined.
The other question is this: what makes you a rare parent?
What makes me a what?
A rare parent, right? Because when you say rare, that's somebody like yourself. You dipping into different things. Like, how is a rare parent? Because I play video games with my kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They like to play Fortnite. I get on there and play because I'm nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I be outside playing with them. You know, one time I was playing with him. He was mad as and I ain't gonna lie, he had the right to be mad because I wasn't following. I wasn't keeping up. I couldn't keep up. But like, you gotta show him what love look like.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how I look at myself as a rare. Like I do some of the things that he do, even though I might not be good at it. You know, and I do become a disciplinary. That's the hardest thing. But I think to be a rare parent, you got to be able to do those type of things.
You must.
Right.
You must.
You know what I mean? What kind of things do you do that kind of helps connect with your kids?
I don't know a lot. My kids always with me, man. My kids they always with me, man. They, you know, I embrace, you know, my mistakes with them. I don't try to hide nothing from them. Like, you know, like obviously, you know, I don't try to hide nothing from them. I try to embrace my you know, my mistakes and just try to embrace who I am. And I try to just mimic, you know, what they need to be. I try to be, you know, and show them what they need to be, man. You know, I think that's super important to me. I talk to them a lot. Little things, especially now it's 2024. How dare you tell me don't use my phone? When we come to the dinner table, don't bring that phone, because they got a habit of when they eat, they propping the phone up, they eating while they watching YouTube or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I tell them don't bring the phones to the table. That's our time where we engage. That's our times where we engage with one another. And again, you know, some people don't do that. And that's not, I'm not saying it to be, you know, for anybody to be offended, you know, that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring your phone to the table. Don't. That's our time to talk and communicate with one another. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's just different tactics and techniques. Everybody got their different tactics and techniques. You know what I mean? Mine, you know, and that, you know, that's just what it is. Just different parenting styles. Yeah.
But I like that, man, how it comes full circle, because we talking about, you know, your album Rare. That's out now. Leading up to that, you had a couple good music videos, man. Tell me a little bit more about the one you made, Fort Washington. I think that's the elementary school.
Fort Worthington.
Fort Worthington.
Bmore Us.
And Bmore Us. Tell me about the making that video, the vision, the kids. Tell me as much as you can about that, bro. That shit, energy was crazy.
He was there, man. It was
I'm
like
electrifying. I'm gonna be honest. I gotta say this because before I go ahead, because I felt cool about that. But I ain't gonna lie. When I first started watching the video, based on a lot of stuff that is out now, and I seen that reporter, she looked pretty cute. I was like, like, yo, if she starts stripping in this video,
are you kidding me?
because I watched the teacher. I bet. I'm watching though.
I thought she was the principal when I was there.
I thought she was a model, like hired for a video. I was like, oh shit, where's this shit gonna go? But then when I saw the video through, I said, thank God, yo, it didn't happen that way, because that's how you be watching fucking videos,
like that,
and they turn into some wild shit. Come on, bro. But this shit, when I saw that shit start to finish, I said, okay, thank God. This shit is legit. Yo. But that's all I wanted to say.
When we was
we in Baltimore.
When I got to the school, I'm like, the kids was turned. And like then
8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. 7:45.
And then like the other classes come down and they just like watching them because then it turned into lunchtime.
Well, hold on. Did you have to block a school day? Everybody, you say, hey,
yo, I'm gonna tell you, man. The principal there, big shout out to her for even letting that, occur. Because we had a lot of, it was a lot of moving parts to that, man. And just
for the video too.
Yeah, she was at the end of the video, the principal on there. Yeah, she's the very last person I was talking. But she was able to, she embraced it. And she just was like, look, what I mean, do you? I trust you. Do you? You know what I mean? And that just comes from, just my integrity and my character. You know what I'm saying? So I'm appreciative that it happened like that. She's like, just, do your thing. You know what I mean? It was the kids that we all kind of talked about it together. We started off doing a project about Baltimore, and we was actually going to do a podcast. We actually did a little podcast about how they're negative. Baltimore has such a negative, perspective on it. How can we make it more positive? How can we make it more positive? So we decided to make a song. You know what I'm saying? We decided to make a song about it. And the whole writing process was long. It was a long process, bro. Because you can imagine it's kids that are in school throughout the day. It was a long writing a song took maybe a month. Just because I had to get every individual kid and sit down with them and just figure this out. So, it was a long, fun process. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying long. I want you to think it was like that. It was a fun process. You know what I'm saying? So, we wrote the song. Then I had to figure out who I was trying to. It was a lot of videographers trying to take that project. A lot. You know what I mean? So I had to narrow it down. I had narrowed it down to 5 at one point. I just had to figure out who I was going to use. You know what I'm saying? So then we just came together and just made it happen, man. The day of the shoot was electrifying. Ever in my life.
How old are they?
And I'm just like, wow.
But they
8th grade.
8th graders?
Yeah. And I didn't even think of it like that. I was just going through the motions and going through the process.
Hey, Park, man.
Yeah. I was just going through the motions and going through the process. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even think about how impactful it would be.
And then
very impactful.
The teacher that was there, right? Remember the one, the guy that was sitting there with the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember? He was just I'm in complete amazement of how everything got put together. It was dope. It was 100%.
How'd that make you feel when he said this is the best day of school ever?
I just was standing there in awe. Because when I do this stuff with the kids and stuff, I know I'm making an impact, but I don't think of it like that. I'm moving off instinct and love. You get what I'm saying? I'm just moving off instinct and love when I do these things, man. And I was just in awe. I was in awe that they said that. I'm just in disbelief because I ain't think of it like that. This is gonna be so impact. I ain't think of it we was just going through the motions and doing our thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing with the kid. And for them to say that, I was just in awe, man. And I was happy. You know what I mean? Oh man,
Yeah, that was an incredible work of art, man.
Yeah.
It definitely inspired me. It made me proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make you proud to be from here.
Yeah. If I don't have a lot of hundreds of thousands of followers and so many followers. I'm not a trending topic. You know what I'm saying? I caught a little wave, a little small little wave from what from what I do or the people I reach or whatever. If it was a difference where I was the trending topic or somebody who had thousands of followers or I think people would have embraced it more. It should have been embraced more than it should have, than it was. You get what I'm saying? Although it caught a nice little wave and what I mean, it was embraced, definitely. You know what I mean? But I feel like it should have been embraced more. And not for me, but just for what it was. You know what I'm saying? For what it was. You know what I mean? Forget me. Like I said, I'm not all into that. All but like it should have away from it. You get what I'm saying? I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it should have caught more attention. You know
Well,
what I
there's
mean?
no deadline on success.
Yeah, no, that's rare.
Right?
That's
It's
rare.
still a product that like I'll put a link into
Yeah.
on, you know, YouTube channel, Spotify, or you get your podcast.
Yeah.
I'll put that link into the description.
Yeah.
And
don't get me wrong, like I said, it definitely did what it, you know, what it did what it did, which was great. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just thinking about it. And for the kids, I just feel like it should have caught more. But it reached, I mean, it reached that, you know, thousands of people.
Yeah.
It reached thousands of people, it really did.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you, right? It's just the word engineering of our conversation.
Yeah.
It has reached, right? It hasn't reached a million yet. So on my talk track, I'm saying I'm gonna post the link and all that stuff. You're gonna see some cool photos and all that kind of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Throughout. So there's another 2 to 3 people. Like that's the work, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
It's the like you said when you said it wasn't work, it wasn't long, it was fun.
Yeah.
And as long as you keep having fun, somebody's gonna catch you. Like, you know what I mean? And like you catching me with the calm pop.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about pothole workers. I'm thinking about pothole workers. I'm thinking about the guys on the bridge. I'm thinking about Brandon Scott. I'm thinking about Westmore. I'm thinking about our leadership in our country. I'm thinking about the person working at M&T Bank across the street, the person driving the MTA bus. I'm thinking about those type of things. Me. You help me think about that. And I'm just one. You get a 10, or you won't need 100,000. Sometimes 100,000 followers be 40% assholes. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm grateful for the people I'm able to touch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful for the people I'm able to touch, man. So yeah, I definitely get what you're saying.
What's the next project gonna look like?
I got some things I'm plotting on. You know what I mean? I got one thing I just did. I don't really want to speak on it at this moment. I just, you know, I don't like to speak prematurely.
Bear form album. Nothing but bear.
Yo, we get a feature album there. I'll be doing poetry too.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I like poetry. I know you mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, I got an EP. I'm ready to start this EP.
You said, I ain't gonna be on that.
No, that's all good. Yo, I'm telling you,
I'm geeking, but I'll pay to get on.
I'll make whatever we
do.
Great. It's gonna be phenomenal, man. No, man. Yeah. But I got it. You got an EP. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's whatever. Like at this point, yo, as far as me being an artist, yo, I just want to do things that make sense. Like I just want to do things that, you know, like Bmore Us. You know what I mean? That project. Protect the kid. Compact. I want to do things that are like,
fix the streets.
Yeah. What up? You know what I'm saying? Like flat out.
Shit.
Flat out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just want to do things that's like impactful and you know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I do want to do something that kind of like, I don't know whether I haven't thought about it yet. Like, I want to do something that bridges the gap between the OGs and the young G's. I do want to do something like that. Now, you know, I don't want to speak, you know, too much on it, but whether it's a song, an event, whatever it is, like I want to do something that closes that gap. Because I feel like that's kind of some of the disconnect now within the community as well. You know,
when and how did that happen, you think?
Just times change. Man, just times changing, and I think we haven't embraced the younger dudes as much as we should have, and we haven't been as much of a guide for them as we should have. So it was just it was a disconnect somewhere, you know, along the lines of the generations, man. So I can't really speak on where that disconnect occurred, but I know that I can make an attempt. You know what I mean?
I think it's in our digital age, man. I really think about a digital. I mean, growing up, I had N64. Then we had PlayStation. You had to take up the whole line in your room, in your house. So your phone, the only phone you had in the house was done because you playing online. So you pick up like, you can't call, you can't do besides watch TV. And if you got cable, you might have 3-4 channels. I mean, if you don't have cable, you might have 3-4 channels. With cable, maybe 40 channels. Of those 40, maybe like 10 of them, maybe. And then on top of that, you got commercials. So you having to do other as adults. You know what I mean? There was always going to be some type of disconnect because they not on the game. But now that you got the game, and you can talk. They still can do shit on the phone, right? They can watch whatever channels they want.
Yeah.
The kids, and you don't got to be a gamer. You can get online just right now, no dial up. You can get on. You can be social with friends. You can like through the game, or you can be social just through your phone, just talking. Like I said, you don't need to have 100,000 followers with like 40% being an asshole.
I say
like,
that, but yeah,
that's where. So whatever your project does, it has to highlight and put a solution on.
Yeah.
There's a gap. Like that is a gap.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It could be a good gap. It could be a bad gap. Like whatever. But there is a gap there.
Yeah.
Or whatever halfway is to that shit would be.
And I feel like that. Like what's the saying? Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. And then we're looking at it like as in like, oh, they not like how we was, like how we were saying before we even started. Like, and then that's when that's when the game begins, because it's like, I don't want to talk to this. Like these motherfuckers they can't even live without Wi-Fi. And it's like, I didn't even have Wi-Fi. Like I didn't get Wi-Fi until I was 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's where where the initial gap begins, and then boom.
And
that's digital, man. That's real, man.
That digital shit real.
Yo, it messed up so much. It messed up relationships.
Yeah.
It messed up, the kids' guidance. Like, how kids are guided. It messed up it messed up females and how they engage with, with
how they even like dress and show themselves. Like I just hope, but that's the thing. I was talking to my wife about this. What we see is what we see. Right now, what it is and really is out there. I don't think every woman is out there on the Explore page trying to look like and play a part, right?
A lot of people can't differentiate between.
But even if they're not, they still get. Listen, if you're in a relationship, you're going against social media. Like, I'm just being real. Like, if I got, like if you're in a relationship, you're going against her 100, 500,000, whatever followers. Cause like she got so many niggas in her DM. She got so many niggas.
Oh, you mean like you going like you battling? Like,
yeah, I mean like not battling, but it's like all right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you gotta do better than what the fuck they do.
Like yo,
oh, it's a competition type shit.
It's almost seems
or like some but that's why. But let me try to play devil's advocate. Hasn't it always been like that?
It has. No. Now it's acceptable.
It's too much access.
It's too much. All I can do, I can pick up the phone and have access to 100 different women. Automatically, I don't gotta go outside.
It's too much. Yeah, it's a lot of access, man.
Some guys don't even like to talk to females in person.
And I hear
this is like,
I hear some females like saying like, oh, like it doesn't matter, but it does. Realistically, like females nowadays, they don't even have to have a physical relationship because they're getting aroused by Instagram,
and that's enough.
The likes and the comments, and they're content with that.
And the dopamine is getting released.
You get what I'm saying? They content with that. That's just real. That's just for real life, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could start talking to a female today, she really start liking you. If one little thing that she might not agree with, she'll cut you off so quick.
Because she thinks she got so many options.
Yeah, it ain't even thinking. It's just knowing. She knows.
But let me
cut you off, and now I'm scrolling. He cut you off, and now I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because you can see it, that 100 niggas on your timeline. You get so many different compliments in your DM. You get what I'm saying? You see all the likes. Like, yeah.
Are y'all single or what? Y'all, you single or what's your status?
Nah.
Oh, okay. About yourself? Oh, you're not single?
Yeah. Why you glad, bro?
That was a line. That sounded like you was low key lying and shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if y'all are single, I'm sorry y'all got to deal with type of shit like that. But it sounds like y'all have some experience, or how do y'all know this intel? Because I have no fucking clue.
Really?
That this shit even. Bro, I'm married and I'm low key.
Yeah. Good.
Like I chill. Great chill.
I wish it was like at that point 10 years ago, and I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even have any input on this conversation. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a treacherous.
Because I look at it like what y'all was saying, I was thinking like, right, when you talk about violence in the streets, right, in Baltimore and stuff like that, and you talk about peace in the streets, I think about like how to solve that. A lot of times we go to like education, whatever, but I feel like when you boil it down, you really just need motherfuckers something to do. Get them off the street to have them something to do. The more things that like in a Ravens game, I'm pretty sure that is
the violence goes down.
The violence goes down.
Whenever the Ravens are doing good,
there's a proportion because we're going to the game.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, bro. Shit, I gotta go see the game. Chill.
That's why the grass. Yeah, that's why the. I don't know. I forgot what they call them.
Today.
Yeah. That's why the grassroots companies in the community are so important. I think is that what they call them? The grassroots, like Safe Streets and the mentoring programs in the community. That's why they're so important. Because it's giving the kids outlets, giving the kids an opportunity to do something, and they're not engaged when they're not engaged with the street. You know what I'm saying? Like it's giving them an opportunity, man.
I think trades need to be pushed back into the schools because these kids, a lot of kids just think that college is the only way to be seen, right?
Yeah.
But if you join a union at 18, right? By the time you're 25, you're making $80,000 a year. And a lot of people don't see it as that, though. You see it like, oh, I want to go.
They want instant gratification. And so what y'all was saying,
the digital age,
it's like the females having an instant gratification. That's what they're getting. They're getting instant gratification. So like I brought that up, right? So when I thought about violence, we could put activities behind it. And, like you said, those trades, and like you can start implementing and visualizing solutions to that problem. But when you look at the violence, right? But when you look at the problem of like maybe female etiquette or Instagram, and it's not all the females' fault, right? Because like I'm getting to this, right? When I summarize and capture what you guys are talking about, the activity with females and social media, I'm like the solution in my brain goes to fatherhood.
Oh yeah,
right? Fatherhood. If my daughter is on, like that is someone's daughter. So what do you do? How do you like if let's say you have a daughter that's going through something like that, like, and what advice would you give to a young lady that you would want to protect in this world and make sure they're real as possible?
You gotta be, be yourself, be real with yourself. And what I'm gonna come back to, man, is you gotta embrace your spirituality. Like, I think that's very important now, because you can get caught up in so much other things. Like, but if you embrace your spirituality and, just kind of like, stay focused on that, I think everything will work out. You know what I'm saying? I think everything will work out. I know everything will work out if you embrace that spirituality, man. That's super important. Like my daughter, man, I just try to keep her close. Because I know the things that, that can occur out here, man. I just try to keep her close and just try to, just express to her, embrace your spirituality.
Rare, the album is out now.
Yeah.
You're still teaching, you're still leading, you're still doing your thing. What else, man, did you want to share with the people, man? What else did you want to share and get off your chest?
Like you said, the album out. I got an EP about about working on with Kwani. We're still working on an EP. A Suave, Studio 17's own as the producer. He's the producer for the intro. Intro on the album.
I heard you and Foo on that too.
Yeah.
Shoot, Foo got them vocals, bro.
He ate, yo. He did.
Them vocals on there was serious for y'all three on there.
Yeah. Never thought it was going to be like that. I'm just thinking it's going to be a nice little commercial song. And when I heard it, I said,
yeah, it's pretty tough.
I said,
what's the name of that song?
Best to Ever Do It.
Best to Ever Do It.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I heard the song, I'm like, the minute you sent me that song, you remember? That's when I sat down. I'm like, I want to be on this. And then I wrote down. You know what I'm saying? I wrote down, other stuff. But I was like, this is what it needs to be. But yeah, that song came out so hard. Like,
that joint was tough, bro. That joint was tough.
It was tough.
The best to ever do it, from community to music. Don't react stupid. My approach is always prudent. Excuse me?
strategic thinker, protected by a trigger, protected by the grace of God. That's just how we live it.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Killer and
Yeah.
crazy. But, all right,
So you know, yeah,
No, you
man,
good.
yeah. I got the EP about to drop, and music is like a lane that I love engaging in, man. Because like I said, I'm an artist, man. I like making good music. You can reach so many people through music. You know what I'm saying? Just being relatable and just being real. You know what I mean? You can reach so many people. So that EP, I'm still doing my program. My program is going to continue to. I had to continue to grow and continue to grow and continue to grow. I'm so grateful to have that opportunity to try to just grow this program and help out the youth in the community and help out the community as well. We do like a Thanksgiving turkey giveaway and dinner for the kids and for the community, for real. That's why I say community, for the community. You know what I'm saying? Last Thanksgiving, so that we made that happen. We did a toy drive in December. Around Christmas time. That was super dope. So you know, man, I'm just working, man. I'm just staying active, getting to it. You know, and that's just where we at, man. That's just where we at.
So great,
it's all love.
Great chilling.
I'm gonna just say I'm blessed to be in your presence for sure, and to be a part of these things, because that shit fills me up. Like whenever you give me the opportunity to help out your not just your brain, but what you're doing in the community. Whenever you give me the opportunity, you already know.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about the brand. It's about who you're impacting. You know what I'm saying? Like people get caught up in that brand. People get caught up in just projecting that brand and with the name of that. You know, it's about the impact that you're delivering. Like, and that's the realest thing that I can do is just really impact these kids and impact the community and just everybody that I engage with. I just want to be an impact on. You know,
because I'll talk about this analogy with my boy Beans, man, on Great Chillin' that we do every Friday record. Hall of Fame baseball players hit 4 out of 10, maybe 3 out of 10, about 3 out of 10 actually.
It's tough,
right? So if you're talking to kids, 10 of them, all you got to do is impact 3 of them, and maybe you might impact 2. But if you impact 3, you a Hall of Famer. But chances are, Ace is impacting probably about 7, 8. You know what I mean?
Real
and when you say that, we talking about having respectable careers and being legitimate people and being focused. You know what I mean? And being yourself. So you're not susceptible to dumb shit.
I done heard, and again, like at this point, I'm just embracing, my role. Every role that I had, and teacher is one of them. I've had more kids. I've never heard this many young men come to me and say, you know what? I want to be a teacher. Are you kidding me? Like these little niggas telling me they want to be teachers.
Male teachers have you ever had?
I know. I think I had one, but you look like
these little niggas telling me they want to be a teacher based off of me. That's crazy.
Matter of fact, I didn't even have one. It was one in the school, and we always hoping to get him. His name was Mr. Jones. Damn.
Yo, he ain't have one.
That's real.
Yeah, for real. And like, to impact somebody like that. And again, now these young men can go and possibly do that, and then they're going to impact more people to want to do that. So it ain't about me impacting it. It's about, a ripple effect, like, domino effect. All right, now I've impacted you. Now you going to impact somebody else, and then they can impact somebody else, and that just, betters our community.
Absolutely, yeah. So great chilling, man. I like to think it's always a safe space. There's no wrong answers. I want everybody being, I want people to chill and be comfortable. I talk about parenting. I talk about leadership. I talk about education. Talk about artistry, the creative process. You know what I mean? The words and the lyrics, because they matter. But I always like to ask somebody a question. It's a gray area question. There's no right or wrong answer. Just kind of started thinking about it a little bit when you talk about females and being in relationships, because I think the lion always creates a dominant presence where if that individual's with her or that, you know, with him, like, all right, you gotta fall back,
Right.
not be in the D, like, you know what I'm saying, respect, because y'all lions and y'all right, you know what I mean? So for a lion, does a lion become a better hunter every day by hunting, or only hunting when he's hungry?
Every day when hunting, because he develops that skill. So now when he's hungry, it becomes easier for him when he goes.
No wrong answer, but what if he's hunting only when he's hungry? His skills probably sharpen, his senses might be more natural because you know he needs to eat.
Yeah, but
versus if you hunting every day and then you start, you get food every day, you could be comfortable.
Become immune to it.
Like kind of like 9 to 5.
Yeah.
But there's no wrong answer though. But there's no wrong answer.
I'm still stick with.
But there's no wrong answer. But every day.
Do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna still stick with
100 days of me.
You study, you get better. You practice, you get better.
But if your life depended on it,
probably was still. If I only did it.
But if your life depended on it, I think you might go to, like it says, no wrong answer, right? But if my life depended on playing the piano, maybe I like play a couple keys and then just sing behind it. Like to get enough, right? Just to get enough or rap behind it. Like I might figure out a solution. And it's not time-based, but it's not time-based, right? Yeah. So when the lion is hungry, you might be able to survive. Like say after the first meal you just had, and that lion, that meal could last 5 days.
I get it.
Right?
I get it.
So now you're not just hunting every day. You're thinking about like day 4, day 3, you might be like practicing on your senses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you might, but when you just go out there and keep doing it, maybe you're not even good at it, but you just keep doing it. But you're saying you keep doing it, you get better at it.
Yeah. Creatures of habit. Always. We talked about this.
Yeah.
That's survival techniques.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the guy that's gonna go 100 days in the gym. To the guy that go in there, somebody got a gun to his head every 30 days. I come in here and did like 4 or 5. No, I'm gonna go with the guy that go in there.
Here you go, Ace. This is a follow-up, deep philosophical question.
Yeah.
Now that we talked about it, you have your approach. Yeah. As a lion yourself, what are you hunting every day?
You said, where do I what?
As a lion yourself, what is it that you hunt every day?
Good question. Every day I hunt just being a passionate person of integrity and character. You know what I'm saying? Like just every day, that's what I seek to be. I seek to be a person of integrity and a person of good character, man. And you know, that's just what ideally what everything comes down to for me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Integrity, character, balance, boundaries, discipline, rare form, bare form. Bro, I can talk to you all day, man. I really appreciate you coming through and giving me the motivation to do this.
You already know.
You know what I mean? This is a pleasure talking to you, man.
We talk a lot about rap, man. All my young rap niggas out there, man. Just remember, don't expect anything from anybody. I don't know. I just felt like the hint. I just felt the vibe to say that. Don't expect anything from anybody. Nobody owes you nothing. Don't expect anything from anybody. Just keep doing you and keep putting the pressure on how you put the pressure on. You cannot expect anything from anybody. Understand that. All my young rap niggas out there, don't expect nothing. Do your thing. Do your thing. All right.
Great Chillin.
People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? We need to concentrate on having a society.
Pop, nigga, then that bomb drop, nigga. After the beefs and the gunshots, nigga. Pop, move around the hood right, that fam shit.